Hey, how are you? Good people, and welcome to my channel. In case you're new here, please, you're highly welcome, and please kindly consider subscribing to my channel. Yes, as you can see, my name is Rachel Otebwa, and thank you for joining me. If you're a returning subscriber, please, thank you so much. I highly appreciate you. I love you. I think about you, and I wish you all the very best. Yes, I hope everybody's doing very well, just like I'm doing here. With me, for as long as I'm alive, for as long as I'm breathing, that's what matters the most. So, you are welcome to my channel, and please, thank you. If you've just come here, just like I've already said, please kindly consider subscribing to my channel. You can also hit the notification bell. You can share. You can also tell your friend, tell the other friend to also come and subscribe to this channel so that we can inspire each other as we keep on living our lives. Yeah, as you have just seen from the title, today's video is a very short one, and today I am talking about why we should be careful with how much we reveal about ourselves to others. Yes, we should be very careful about how much we reveal about ourselves to others. And in this case, the others I'm talking about are those people who don't do the same about themselves to you. Yes, nogambera ki abantu bo ebako batakugambira. Narisho omuntu nomugambira kiri kwingana kita ahariwe. Icyo ndiyo ningambaho eizobera. Oh, that's what I'm talking about today. In life, we have those people we call our friends, the people we rush to in case we need to talk or we need to be heard. The people we always feel like, oh yeah, let me share this with so and so. Let me break this news to somebody because we believe in them, because we think they love us, or we think we trust them, or we think they trust us, or we think we can entrust them with what matters to us. But today I want to let you know that actually, if you are there and you're always in this habit of telling somebody or telling people what is going on with your life, yet the other person is not doing the same about himself or about herself, just know that maybe that person is not your friend, or maybe your friend enough, or they are envious of you or about you, or maybe they're not happy about you. Hey, by the way, today I'm wearing this t-shirt. I don't know if you can read this word. Oweitu ninkore. Now, I know in life we always get good things and bad things, of course. And in most of these situations, it's normal to share with somebody you think cares about you, or somebody you think will be delighted, excited, or so happy to know that you're doing very well, or you're very happy, or maybe, you're succeeding in life. But my friend, if you're into the habit of talking or revealing so much about you to somebody who never talks about himself or herself, please, I think now is the time for you to tone down, because most likely that person is not happy for you, or maybe he does not actually like what you are always telling him or her about yourself, and you might need to check what you are doing. Now, here, for example, is a situation. you've gotten something good. Let me say your business is doing perfectly well, or maybe your family is doing very, very well, and you're this kind of person who is always so fast, to rush into somebody's inbox and you're telling them, oh wow, I've gotten this, oh this is happening to me, maybe at my workplace I've been promoted, maybe my salary has been enhanced, or maybe my allowances are now bigger, and then somebody will just look at your message, read it, and they keep quiet. Or maybe you have this party you're preparing and you're updating, you're throwing updates to him or to her all the time. We've held this meeting, we are doing this and the other. Somebody will be like, oh, good. And that's it. You see? Or maybe, let me say, you have a spouse and maybe has done something, or she has done something, and indeed it may be something great, and you want to break the news to that person, your friend. And when you tell them, you don't get the response you are expecting from them. And yet you go ahead, notifying them, telling them, from this stage, we did this, now we are traveling, we are doing this, now we are coming back, this and this is happening. And that person will say, oh, congratulations. And that's it. My dear, such a person is most likely not happy for you, or is most likely not into what you're trying to communicate, or is not catching your vibe. You're not at the same level, maybe, of feeling. Let me use the word feeling. He is not feeling what you're feeling. They are not as much as excited as you are, and most likely, that kind of reaction that you're expecting from them, they are probably giving it out there to somebody. The kind of vibration you'd love to get from them is what they're giving out to another person somewhere instead of you. So please check out how much you are revealing to somebody who especially is not doing the same about himself or about herself to you, because you never know, after all, what or where they are taking that information to. You need to be extra careful. Remember, I'm not saying that you shouldn't talk or let people into your life or let somebody get to know what's going on with yourself, but we have to be under control. We have to take charge of how much we reveal, of how much we put outside there, because it's not that everybody who watches, everybody who sees, everybody who says congratulations, oh, I'm happy for you. Most of the times, not all of them mean what they say. Some just say that for the sake of saying so, not necessarily that they mean what they are saying to you. Then, of course, the same happens with, this trend of us rushing onto social media to reveal, to post, to do, videos about everything that is going on with us. Well, it's good. Maybe, some people get therapy when they speak out, when they share what's going on with the rest of the world, what's going on with their lives, and sharing it out with the rest of the world. But my friend, you have to be very careful of how much or about how much you're letting the world get to know about you, of how much you're putting outside there. Yeah, for example, people are so much into, posting their photos or pictures of whatever they're doing. Let me say you're starting up a project, and the very, very initial steps that you're taking, you are already putting out something. Somebody knows this is what you are doing. The next step, the same story. The third step, the same story. Yet, through that, you can sometimes, attract negative energy, you can attract negative people, you can attract negative forces to what you're doing, unless you're sure whoever you're putting it out to see is actually a good person. They're in for you. They can, protect your back. They can be there for you. So let's be very careful. For example, I don't know how many times I've said that word, for example. But if you are putting out, let me say, a picture maybe of your newborn baby, or maybe a project you've accomplished. Say you've been constructing maybe your upcountry, home or house, and you think, oh yeah, this is good, it's worth celebrating, it's worth sharing, and you take those very good photos and you're sending them to somebody, and you get sure that somebody has probably looked at, opened that message, they've seen that, picture, and someone say, just keep quiet. They're not even going to respond to you, or maybe at the time you're expecting that response to come. Somebody will look at your picture, maybe you just know they've opened it like today, and maybe they will respond like 2 days after or 3 days after, and that's your friend. That's your friend. And what kind of response? They'll be like, oh yeah, it's a beautiful house. And that's it. Yet, maybe in your message, you've captioned your photo, you're telling them, oh, I did this, I started this project, last year, maybe in March or May, so I've spent this, I worked with such a team, my wife is feeling this about it, or my mother is feeling this about it, oh, I'm so glad I'm moving into my new place, So, that's good to share, but who are you sharing that with? If you're putting out such kind of information to somebody who even never tells you where they stay, who even never tells you, what they are doing in their lives, why do you think in the first place they've kept quiet about what they are doing? Do you think their lives are too boring that they can't get something exciting to put out there to share with you? Or do you think they don't have the time to speak to you? Think about that. Think about that. Of course, the same applies to a situation where you are not doing well. In the first instance, I've talked about your successes or maybe achievements like promotions, relationship milestones, maybe you're getting children, you're making new purchases, say of land, houses, cars, or other automobiles, or maybe you're traveling, holidays, vacations, and you want to share it to somebody or with somebody who never shares anything like that with you. Please tone down, because you don't know what they think about you. You're not sure that they will use that information in a positive way. Of course, I'm saying this putting into consideration that there are some people who are not so, outspoken, if I might say that, maybe who communicate less, who talk less, who write less, I know that. But still, if somebody is a friend, they have to put in some effort to show you that they are interested in what you're telling or sharing with them. Now, the same thing is about when you are going through tough times. You're going through troubles. I'm talking about you sharing your weaknesses, or talking about your weaknesses, your problems, your struggles, or maybe any tough situation that you're going through. For example, maybe your work life is not fine, is not perfect, or maybe you're struggling to make ends meet, and you think, oh, I have so and so, let me rush to him, let me send maybe him a message and tell him this and this is happening. And when you do that, such a person does not communicate back. You don't get a feedback, either positive or encouraging or strengthening you or anything. Or maybe they will say, oh, that's bad. Yeah. And they keep quiet. And that's the only communication you've gotten from them. Think about that. Why do you think they are responding to you in such a way? Sometimes people get issues maybe with their families, and you want to throw everything that is going on with you out there to the world or to somebody you think cares about you. We've seen people go out telling the world, here the world I'm talking about, the world can refer to one or two people outside there that you think you are friendly to you, you think will understand you, you think will give you a listening ear, and you think will make maybe feel happy or get back on your feet or foot again. So you're telling them, my husband, my wife, my children or relatives or whoever you're talking about is going through this, or they've done this, this and this is not right. Somebody say, oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry. And that's it. And that's it you're getting from them. As you're doing that, just know that those other people outside there are also hitting milestones, are also making achievements, are also moving on with their lives. They are having both good and no bad times, both smooth and tough times. So why do you think they are not doing the same about themselves too? Why do you think they are holding back about what they are going through instead of sharing with you? Yet you become the only person who's doing that same thing, to them. Somebody has gotten maybe issues with, let me say, their spouse. I don't know if I've talked about that already, but they keep quiet, or they sort their stuff with whoever is in the picture, with whoever is in the question, with whoever is concerned. Or maybe they just keep quiet, they go silent and let time do what it does best, healing. They let healing find them. They find peace within themselves. They look for their inner joy. They look for their joy from inside themselves. But as of you are always outside there talking, 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 and talking. Or writing, texting, calling, should I use the word yapping? You're all over the place. You want them to know you're not doing well. You want them to know, you're struggling. You want them to know you're at your wits end. Things are not going on well, and you think probably they will genuinely get concerned with you, just like you'd think somebody will genuinely get happy for you. And when I'm saying this, please quote me very well. I know we have genuine people outside there, people who truly, truly love and cherish us, people who truly want to know anything that is going on with our lives, whether it's bad, whether it's negative, whether it's positive, whatever it is, and they will be there for us. They will stand in the gap, they will intercede for us, they will be there for us. But please, there are others who we actually think are our friends, but they've never been our friends at all. As you talk about yourself, as you expose yourself, as you reveal so much about yourself, please, it's crucial for you to know who you are doing that to and what the genuine reaction is or is going to be or has been. If they are not letting you into their lives, then don't open up your life for them. Don't spill too much about you to them. Don't over reveal a lot about yourself, about your family, about your work, about your children, or about any other thing that you are doing. After all, you can handle yourself, Choose people accordingly and choose what to speak out carefully, because you can't be sure about what the other person is planning for you. You can't be sure what they're going to use that information with, rather for. So, let's be very careful with how much we reveal about ourselves to others, especially if they're not doing that about themselves in the same measure, because somebody outside there may be envious about you. Somebody might be fighting you, or he or she can take that information to another party, and you can never be sure about what the other party is going to use that information for or with. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video, and please kindly consider sharing this video. Please, you can also hit that notification bell so that in case a new video comes up, you'll be able to see what's going on. And please, if you're new here, please kindly consider subscribing to this channel. I love you all. Stay well, stay safe, and be careful with how much you reveal about yourself to others. God bless you. Till next time, let's meet in our next video. Bye-bye.